to the best talk show. J to the Crystal to the every Monday, and then you'll know. J to the Crystal to the no guess every week. Talk about everything. J to the Crystal to the J to the Crystal to the J to the Crystal to the tune in to the best talk show. J to the Crystal to the every Monday, and then you'll know. J to the Crystal to the no guess every week. Talk about everything.
Welcome to my roommates, and welcome to the Bedroom Talk Show. I'm your host, Crystal J, and Amazon, welcome too. If you downloaded the app, you are the real roommate. Let me just shout you out right quick, because I know if you've been downloading my app. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you for downloading the Amazon app. I am super, super proud of myself for that. And thank you for TikTok for working out with me. So let's get to it. Now, if you don't know my goals by now, my goal is for the Bedroom Talk Show eventually to get picked up. Like, if you didn't know that, or if you know somebody that knows somebody, tell them to tune in, watch your girl, and let's get to it. Anyway, this week we are talking with one of my good friends, Miss AJ. And you guys, I don't know what my TikTok is doing. You guys are fine. So we are talking this week about rewrite parenting. And I don't know about you guys, but on TikTok, I watch a lot of gentle parenting. I'm not good at gentle parenting. I am learning. But when Amy said this topic, rewrite parenting beyond and thriving, I was like, that's deep.
Mm-hmm.
That's a conversation that a lot of parents can have after we get offline and after we get off live about how to rewrite parenting for us. How our parents raised us, they was trying. It's no handbook on parenting. It's no handbook. But this week, my guest AJ is here, and I want to introduce her. And AJ, tell us your story.
Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh, Crystal, this is such an honor to be here. Thank you so, so much. And just like you said, like rewriting parenting, like I was raised, well, let me give you a little background about me. So I'm from Boise, Idaho, and I have three siblings. I'm the oldest and the shortest. I'm only 6 foot. My brothers are 6'4" and 6'5". So yeah, we're ginormous. And my dad was raised on a farm. So the truth is, he beat us. Like, it was the way he was raised. And then he tells us stories and then of stories of his grandpa, right? So, you hear where I'm going with this, right? It just trickles down. And that's why when Crystal and I were chatting up and talking about a topic, and we were like, you know what? Let's talk about rewriting parenting. We're both publishers, so we love the ring of that, of rewriting, and also like parenting. We are moms, and it is hard. It is so hard. Yeah,
Facts. It is
especially
super
kids,
hard.
right, Crystal? Is it hard or is it hard?
I think it's harder for us because we have special needs kids.
Yes.
And people don't realize when you have a special needs kid, that adds a whole other layer of parenting.
Oh
But it
yeah.
also make us understand more and be more patient in the world. I feel like the more parents that have special needs kids, we are the people that are so understanding, so compassionate, because we have to, when we go home, we're dealing with chaos. We're not.
God.
That's the best way to describe it. Chaos. And like when you said this topic, I don't know if you guys don't know, I do topics based on my guests. You guys, she is a mother of 7 kids. I don't know how she do it.
Well, Crystal, there's days we don't do it.
I'm like, when I met her, you guys met her through Facebook. I haven't met her in person yet. I think we all have met somebody dope online that we have not met in person. I have met so many dope women within the past 2 years that I cannot wait to meet in person. But rewriting parenting is rewriting it your way. So I heard you say your dad used to beat y'all.
Yes.
Let me tell you, didn't we all go through that? Like, but that's how they was raised.
Yes. raised.
That's how they was raised. And it's kind of hard to break that mindset.
Yes.
When you grew up in that and you was conditioned in that mindset, oh, you did this, then you just automatically yell, then you just whoop them without thinking this is not the way I want to parent my kid. And when you're trying to work on rewriting your parenting, we get dirty looks from the other generations like y'all generation do too much. Y'all millennials, y'all just too much. And it's kind of harder when people don't understand. We're not trying to tell our parents that what they did was wrong, but and subconsciously we're telling them you're beating us was wrong. Whooping us out the tub was actually abuse, but you didn't see it like that.
I agree. And and I hate to put my dad under the bus like that, because right now he is the most gentle giant, and he just loves on me, on my children, and on his grandkids, and he's just so gentle now. And he's in a new role, though. He's in a grandpa role. And that parenting role is really tough. We want the best for our kids. We want them to be strong. We want them to be resilient. We want them to not be bullied. And when they are bullied, like, they can handle it, they can punch back. So, those are some things that, we just have to keep in mind.
See, you said something that got me. I'm not trying to even throw my parents under the bus either. Like, I'm gonna say a story that happened a couple months ago. So, without being too personal, so I know somebody who got a whooping, right? They got a whooping with the belt. They kind of wet the belt, right? And I understood when it happened that was that is how they was raised. But I said that's not right.
Mm-mm.
But us, our generation, we're trying to right their wrongs. We're trying to think about it. We're trying to teach our 5-year olds about boundaries
Right.
and personal space. I didn't learn about personal space and boundaries really. I'm gonna be honest. To 30. 30 is when it clicked. Like, oh, that's a boundary. Oh, I don't know. I need my personal space, and
Yeah.
I don't have to. If I don't, if I like, I tell my son and my best friend's son, if you don't have to speak to everybody, you
Mhm.
don't.
Yep.
If you don't have to hug everybody, that's your body. You're right. This is your body. So if you don't want to hug somebody, you don't have to hug that person. Or if you did something, let's say, Amy, I hit you, right? I hit you. I felt like I was right in the moment, but now I need to apologize. I tell them it's up to you if you want to apologize. I don't like when people apologize and they're not being sincere. They just saying it. It's just words, but the actions behind the words don't match the words. So I'm trying to teach them that, and I'm also trying to teach them about it's this song I've been playing. I I'm trying to teach them about energy
Yes.
and don't let somebody else like if they're not adding to your plate, don't worry about them. Just keep it moving. I feel like we're in this time of age where people are so focused on what everybody think about them on social media in
Oh,
person.
sure.
I'm trying to teach them don't worry about other people.
Worry about.
I feel like we subconsciously was raised like that. Like, your hair gotta be done, or you gotta look a certain way, not knowing that they was creating trauma. It's so much trauma within the millennial group and generations and all the generations, honestly, that we are honestly trying our hardest to raise our kids with love, compassion. Y'all know how much I hug my son. I
Every
hug him so much, but
day.
it's because I almost lost him twice. One incident is recent, which I'm not gonna talk about, and I almost lost when he was 6 months. So I almost lost my son twice, 6 months and 5 years old. So I literally always try to give him love and show him I love you with my actions because he may not understand my words, which I know he understand. I'm just saying I'm big on actions.
Actions are huge. Actions are huge. And Crystal, I can relate. I have 6 kids, and 2 of them I almost lost. One was at Disneyland. She was only 2 weeks old. I know I shouldn't have been at Disneyland, but anyways, she almost died. And then CJ, our only son, he got RSV, and he was in the children's hospital for a week and almost
What
died.
is that?
So, it's a respiratory virus. So it got into his lungs, and at 2 weeks old, that you get
Oh, wow.
when you're that young, like it's just too much.
Both of them at 2 weeks. Wow.
I know, right? So yeah, the little babies, I really struggled at that age, if you can tell. Like it was just really hard times. But you know
Man.
what? There was something I read. I'm a woman of faith, and
Me
I
too.
I love God, and reading the Bible and the scriptures, and in our Sunday school class on Sunday, and I was thinking about you, and I was thinking about this, and I was trying to think in my heart, like, what is something that we can reach to your listeners of inspiration, right? How can we inspire to be the better parent? How can we rewrite this parenting? And I really liked what we were saying in Sunday school, and they were saying, you don't get to pick your heart. Like, you don't get to pick your heart. And that really hit me. Like, you are right. Like, there's days that we feel like we're just barely surviving. Absolutely. But
Okay,
then
from that point of view, I agree.
to thrive. And we
Okay.
thrive with God. I mean, I don't know if you can back me up on this, Crystal, but sometimes friends aren't always going to be your friends, right? Like,
Well, sometimes friends are really not your friends. Sometimes they are a wolf in sheep clothing, and I can 100% back you on that.
yes,
And I have seen things in my 32 years of living. I have seen some things like you ask people that'll be your friend, and they're really fake as hell. Like they're super fake,
yeah,
and they really don't want to see you win. They just there leeching on, and they really don't fuck with you. That's as far as I'm gonna go with the friends because I can go
right,
for hours
yeah,
talking about fake friends.
yeah.
Like
I agree. I agree.
I,
God,
I mm-mm.
God has our back, and He can help us not only survive but to thrive. And that just goes back to our topic of thriving, and how can we like absolutely focus on thriving and helping our children. When we're thriving, then our kids will thrive. When we're
I agree with
happy,
that.
right? When we're happy and we're in a good mental space, physical space, taking self-care, coming back.
Self-care is so important, but I don't think us as moms understand that. Like one thing I will say about my mom, I love her to death. Like I love her, but she works so hard. I mean, she still works super hard, but I never seen her just really take a day to herself. I never seen her just take a day to get her hair, nails on, just no kids, not worry about us. I feel like most moms feel guilty for getting their nails done,
Oh
getting
yeah,
their eyebrows done, going to the mall, going to Amazon, buying them shoes they've been ironed for 3 months, three
yeah.
years. Um, they keep putting their kid first, but the
You
way
just
I look, huh?
you just posted a reel about your nails, right?
Right,
So
right.
true. Like I'm
But
a
I just
mom
started doing that because I had like
nails.
one thing I used to do that I don't do no more is I used to say, "Hi, I'm Zachariah mom." No,
Mm-mm.
you know what I do now? Hi, I'm Crystal. It's very nice to meet you. I did to a teacher I just met today. Hi, I'm Crystal. It's very nice to meet you. Then I'm Zachariah mom. I'm
Yes.
Crystal first. Then I'm his mom. And I feel like a lot of moms have to get out of that.
Yes.
Like, oh, I'm AJ's mom. No, I'm Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
And then you talk about yourself. Then you're the mom. Because before we was moms, we was ourselves.
We
And
would.
self-care is so important. But the mental self-care is just as important as the
Yeah.
physical. I feel like sometimes people feel only focus on the physical and they're not focusing on the mental part of self-care because sometimes we need to talk to somebody. And there's nothing wrong with hiring a therapist or getting a life coach. It is nothing wrong with talking to someone to talk about your problems and to find a solution to better yourself, to find a solution to get that business, to find a solution to get more money. It is absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Well, and look at the example that you're setting for your kids,
I agree.
right?
Thank you.
Right. So then when they hit hard times, because they will, remember, like you don't get to choose your hard, and they will hit hard times. Are they going to fall? Or are they going to look at mama and say, you know what? Look at mom. Look what she did. She had hard times, and look what she did. How did she successfully get out of those hard times, because we will have hard times. We will.
Right. I agree. Everybody in the world will have hard times.
Yep,
Even rich people have hard times. It
absolutely.
just their hard time, my hard time and your hard time are two different hard times. I think people are so stuck to comparing each other. And it's funny, I'm about to go to church because I just watched Michael Ty and he was talking about comparison. But I feel like people are so stuck on comparing
Mhm,
everything. Like their podcast got this, let me do this. Oh, they do this, let me do this.
mhm.
Oh, her hair like that. I want to do that instead of trying to be who they are meant to be. Sometimes us telling our story is going to help people. So now that I said tell your story, my question is: are you working on a book with your Queen Publishing Agency with this topic, rewriting parenting?
Chris, I'm so glad that you brought that up, because this whole publishing books and publishing agencies has all been with my kids. And I just love that, because this is their adventures. So, yeah, we've got lots of books coming up. So our first book was Learning How to Talk. 4 of my 6 kids have apraxia of speech, where it's a challenge for them to even learn how to create sounds. So they were mute till they were 4 or 5, like didn't even talk. They couldn't even create the sounds. They couldn't even say the moo for a cow, that wasn't even there. And so we talk about horse therapy in that one. And then the second book, we talk about learning online, because, of course, you have to take on the pandemic of the world and talk about those adventures. And yeah, that was a little stressful with 6 kids at home. And then our third one is she learns manners in Maui. So that's part of our heritage. Is Charles, my husband, he's Hawaiian, and we go to Maui all the time. So that's a fun adventure. And right now, our summer adventures that we do every year is we go camping. So to do it Kikamoto style, we're going glamping. So glamour camping. So
That is funny.
not
So
cute.
where can they buy your books?
Oh, they can buy our books on our website on www.ajkikamoto.com, and also on Amazon. Just search up Zoe's Great Adventures. Zoe's with a Y. Zoe's with a Y. Great Adventures. And we have
Okay.
wellness journal as well. So that's been a lot of fun to empower children to think of positive affirmations, to have the mindfulness, right, the thinking and the breathing and all of that, like taking it down sometimes 20 notches and just cooling down. And we've got some parts where it says, how are you feeling right now, like being mindful of where
And
they
I think that's good parenting.
and what they're grateful for, because
Hmm.
you keep coming back to that gratitude. I'm grateful for my food. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful. And if you say that every day, that's a completely different attitude. And suddenly, when your friends are being all mean or something's happening terrible at school, it's not so bad, because you know what? You're being fed and you have clothes on your back,
Facts.
you know.
I agree.
So this is like one of the pages right here. I'm trying to get it on the screen. Oh, there we go. That's
I
better.
see it.
So yeah, being grateful. How are you feeling it? Checking in and how you feel today, and just a blank page to just doodle. So just good thing. Good thing.
You said something that made me want to tell a little quick story before we go to commercial break.
Okay.
Um, so the reason I actually wrote my new series, which is not new anymore because it's been out, I Am Awesome, positive affirmations for autistic boys,
Which I
girls.
look and I love it. So,
Thank you. I just dropped. I'm dropping one for all autistic kids, children.
yeah.
I just announced it today, actually. So
Yay.
you guys check that out at www.zacharworld.com if you're watching or listening. But the reason I wrote that book was because my best friend's son Liam, one day he was in the corner and he said, "I'm stupid." And I looked over there and the therapist looked over there. We was like, and he said it again, "I'm stupid." And we was like, huh? So that particular day, I remember it like yesterday. I say, "You're not stupid. Don't never say that again." So we got dressed, we went to the trampoline park. And my whole affirmation book for the boys is exactly what I said to him word from word. I am awesome. I I am handsome, and I am a king. I can, and his favorite part is I can be what I want to be.
Yes.
So, and
Love
I'm smart, right? So when I said all that, he remembered the whole book because it literally happened in real life.
Yep.
And I actually say the affirmations to my son. I used to say them every day in the morning before he go on the bus. Like, you, despite having autism, you're awesome. I
Mhm.
like, and I feel like that's also a way of rewriting parenting
Yes.
because we are teaching them about like waking up and
Yep.
what you say is what's gonna happen. You are handsome. I am handsome. If somebody call you ugly, oh well, I know
Yep.
I look good, you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that growing up.
Oh,
I
no,
didn't have positive
me
affirmations
neither.
growing up. I didn't start getting to positive affirmations until I got older,
I
like
used to know what
like
that
30. I'm 32. That's only 2 years of me really thinking about that. I'm not gonna lie. I had very low self esteem growing up. I thought I was so ugly. I look at the pictures, I laugh like I was actually really pretty, but I had very low self esteem. But if somebody would have introduced, if my parents would have introduced positive thinking, do you know how that would have shifted my world? Because I was bullied really bad in sixth grade, sixth, seventh, and eighth grade, where I tried to commit something. I'm on TikTok. I don't want to get banned. I don't want to say the word and get banned, y'all. And can you imagine if somebody would just say, Crystal, you are so smart. You are so pretty. You are so beautiful. Besides my parents, like my mom used to tell me I was pretty. But just if I would have had that introduced to me, that positive affirmation piece, I think positive affirmations really got popular within the last 5 years.
Yeah, I agree. I
To be
absolutely.
honest,
I didn't even know what a positive affirmation was.
me either. I I mean, I can talk for hours. I left God to do something else, and I came back to God. I believe I strongly believe in God. God is my he's my everything.
Yeah.
He's the homie. But I love God to do the new world, to go into the universe. And
Mhm.
that's when I learned about positive affirmations. I ain't learned about positive affirmations in the church. I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't learned about that in church. I learned about that through my new spiritual way of thinking.
I love that. I love.
Thank you.
You know what? We every our way to school, and I pull the little girl next to.
You breaking up, Amy. Amy, you breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, okay, good. I was just gonna say, yeah, every morning on our drive to school, we even carpool our little neighborhood girl, and every morning I have the kids. Well, actually, I had the kids create their affirmations all by themselves. So I just did a quick Google. I mean, anybody can do this, right? Just did a quick Google. I put
Mhm.
in positive affirmations. About 100 came up, and we read through all of them, and then we narrowed it down to the top 10. And so we have memorized those, and every morning those kids say that, and they have memorized. They have better than, I am awesome. I can do hard things. I am beautiful inside and out. Just on and on. And
I
we
love
say that
it.
every morning. And you better believe my bottom dollar. I've got one kid. I am awesome. Just having the worst day ever. But they're saying those words, and better believe it that at the end of saying all 10 of them, the smiles starting to come, like they're starting to believe it. They're getting out of the cars. I'm pushing them out, like, go to school, let's go.
That is so
that,
amazing.
that they're all of a sudden their mindset is starting to change and getting ready to learn. So I
It's
just had to
all about
share
our
that.
mindset. And it's crazy to think that everything starts with our mindset. Our money,
Yeah.
our,
Oh, yeah.
our
Our
fitness,
business,
our food. Yes, business, everything,
everything.
relationships. It all start with your mindset.
It does.
And that's why I'm big on taking care of that mental health and going to therapy or talking to a life coach.
Yes.
'Cause I might need a life coach, not a therapist. And yeah, but you
Yeah.
guys, we'll be right back. We're going to a commercial break and we'll be right back. Guess
Bye.
what, roommates? Now you can go to Amazon store and download the Bedroom Talk Show. Yes, you heard me right. The Bedroom Talk Show. Go to Amazon, Right now, download the app for your Fire TV or any of your Amazon devices. See you there.
Crystal to the guess every way about everything. Crystal to the J to the crystal.
Well, if you guys didn't know, I am on Amazon, and you have to have a Fire Stick or an Amazon device. And I'm going to do a whole thing on the Bedroom Talk Show on how to get to the app. It is accessible. I found it on my friend's Fire Sticks with no problem. Yeah. So if you're watching me on Amazon, hi. So I am super excited about that. I started working on that during 2020. I'm super happy and proud of myself to even push myself to be on Amazon, because Amazon has millions of customers.
Ooh.
Like, they make so much money, and not even that. It's just I want to position myself to be where I want to be in life, and I have to change my mindset. So in order for me to do that, I have to put in the work. So that's why y'all see my guests now wear pajamas. That's why y'all see me wear pink most of the time, because that is my brand. And again, with that being stated, let's get to the rest of this interview. Because we're about to leave very soon. Because another announcement, I'm trying to cut down my show to 30 minutes. Yes, you guys, 30 minutes. I feel like an hour may be too long for some people attention span. I have not got any complaints. I'm gonna be very honest. I have not. I'm just looking at it from a branding point of view, and I just want to just um come out and tell you guys I'm not rushing anybody off. I'm thinking about time. Like, are you really gonna be here the whole hour and engage with us the whole hour? So I think it depends on the topics. Some topics you guys are very engaged, but 90% of topics you guys are here for 30 minutes. So I just wanted to make sure I said that for anybody don't think I'm rushing Amy off air. Okay. I am not. I am not. So, like, besides writing books, what is 5 tips that
Okay.
you can give somebody who is looking to rewrite parenting their way?
Ooh,
And I'm gonna give my 5 tips.
exciting. All right. Number one is to rewire your brain. Like, and we were just kind of just talking about that. So just because that's what your parents did doesn't mean that that's what you have to do. So number one, rewire your brain. Number two is just keep developing that relationship with God. And I know not everyone believes in God. I respect that, but a higher being, whether that's your Buddha, whether that's your whoever, like, even if you're atheist, like, you've got to tap into that inner self. So number two is that higher being, that God, the supreme being. Number three, I would love to challenge us to take on that self-care. And that self-care, when you're taking care of you, you are taking care of your children. They see the example that,
Yep.
that we just said, right? Actions are stronger than
Then
words.
your words.
They all
Yes.
say, eat healthy as you're over there just chowing down on 5 donuts. I mean, doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. And yes, I love donuts. Okay. And then number 4, like, that going back to that mental, like, saying those positive affirmations. Same with your kids. Same for yourself. Even if you can't, do it for your kids. Do it for your kids. They need you. They need you in that positive headspace of love. And well, that goes to number 5 is gratitude. Is just being grateful for who you are, being grateful for your heart, right? We talked about that at the beginning. Like, you don't get to choose your heart. We all have heart. And just telling your kids that you can do hard things. Absolutely. I mean, I have a million testimonies of that. Shoot, just the other day when we were at karate, oh my gosh, I did not know that I could do like 200 jumping jacks. And by the way, that's a lot. Like,
That is a lot. That
like,
is so much.
You had that master and he's in your face and he's like, you're going to do it. And I'm like, and I'm in the class with my kids. Like, I was I was almost crying. Like, I'm a wimp, I guess, but I was like, I am going to do all of these jumping jacks, and then it kept going on. Like, it was push-ups and sit-ups.
Oh, you are the real MVP because I gotta work on my fitness. That was good 5 tips.
Yeah.
My 5 tips is first work on your mindset, like Amy said. So we're gonna agree on number one. So when you work on your mindset, exactly what she said. I don't care if your parents whooped you with an extension cord.
Mm.
You don't have to do that.
No,
You don't have to whoop your kids.
no.
You can talk to your kids. Now, I do know that is hard not to whoop your kids. I fully understand because I am working on that right now. Number two, it is talk to your kids. Ask them how they're feeling.
Yeah.
They are little humans. They're kids, but they got feelings. They have emotions. They have all of that, and then they going through so much in their mind. Like, I can't do this. I can't do that. So get them a safe place.
Yes.
A safe. That goes to number three. Give your kids a safe place. So if you ask your kids how they feel, and they say, I really don't like you right now. I'm gonna be honest. That has happened to me.
Yeah.
Um, with my best friend's son. I ain't gonna lie, I did get mad. But I have like I'm working back to number one. You have to work on your mindset
Yes.
to take that and be like, why you like so when he says it to me, when he did, I was like, why? Because he said, because you're not letting me get my tablet. I said, oh, but why you not getting your tablet? Because I did blah blah blah. I said, oh, so you think you deserve your tablet? He was like, really? No. I'm like,
Oh,
So do you? I said to him, do you really not like me? He said, no, I love you. So sometimes they say how they feel. We have to accept it. So number one, let's go back to number one. Number one was working your mindset. Number two was talk. Let them ask them about their feelings.
Mhm.
Ask them about their day. I know I have a nonverbal child. I know people follow me. I know people follow me for autism. I still ask my nonverbal child, "How was your day?" And in my head, he talks back in my head. I said in my head, but in reality, he don't. I can tell how his day went based on how he get in my car from school. I can tell.
Oh yeah.
So number three, I said was give your kids a safe place.
Yes.
Safe place. Number four is for me personally, is self-care. She
Mhm.
said it too. I agree with two of what she said. Two of what she said. I'm sorry. It's of three. Two. But your self-care is so important to moms and dads. Like let me talk to the dads. Your self-care is important too.
Yes.
You going to get that haircut, your whatever your self-care is. If you want to go play basketball and that's part of your self-care to decompress, that is important because we have to be the best. The way we can be the best parents we can be is by taking care of ourselves. And we have to put ourselves before our kids. Let me say that one more time. We have to put ourselves before our kids. You cannot expect to be the best parent if you really depressed. You can't expect to be the best parent if you going through real hard shit.
Right.
And I get that shit. When I'm so open and honest with you guys, TikTok, you gotta get used to me. But I'm so open about that. It's okay to go, like she said, it's okay to go through hard times. Sometimes most of the time, God give us some hard times to get us to where we need to go. But sometimes we put ourselves in those positions, and God was trying to push you away from that. So I'm not gonna get into the spiritual part, but that's number four, self-care. And number five is my favorite. Have fun. Have fun. Take your kids places. Work it in your budget. Save. Work it in if you don't have the money, take them to the park. Make the park your thing. You don't have the money for the park, or you don't have money for gas because gas is high. Do a craft day. I used to do art and on Tuesdays. We used to do arts and craft. We used to color and paint. I used to go to Dollar Tree for foil with $1.25 because I don't go no more. I'm that cheap. Before I have an arts and craft day where we used to color, and that was cheap. That was like so. Number five, have fun. Go take them to trampoline park. Get right now. If anybody live in Georgia, I do not. Six Flags have this thing where it's free for kids Junior Pass is free from um 4 to 5. It's free. You have to bring your birth certificate. It's free.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you have until Father's Day weekend, I think, you guys. I was trying to get a date. But go online and look up some free stuff for your kids to do. That's number 5. Have fun. So I'm gonna go through them one more time before we get offline. 1 is mindset. 2 is talk to your kids. 3 is give your kids a safe place, safe environment. I know that's hard because I'm currently working on that. 4, what was 4? Self-care.
So,
And 5 was have fun.
yep. Have fun.
That is how you can right parenting. And that is my tip from Crystal J. Amy gave y'all great 5 tips. Amy, can you give them the 5 tips one more time?
Oh, I don't remember mine.
You don't remember hers? Her first one was mindset. Her second one was God. Her third one was
Positive affirmations.
positive affirmations. Number 4 was self-care. And number 5, I don't remember. I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't remember her number 5. What was number 5?
I don't remember either. But I have another tip for like free stuff. This is like one of my favorite tips. I love this. All you need is a bowl of water and a paintbrush. Send your kid outside and they just start painting away with that water, and they just create their own designs, and then it disappears because the water evaporates, but it stays for a little bit and they love it. So that's a fun tip. Just
You just brought up a great tip. Your audio just went out. You just brought up a great tip. Also, another great tip, you guys, you can go to ZachariahWord.com to download freebies. ZachariahWord.com has so many freebies. Now, Amy, do you have any freebies for our audience today?
I do. In fact, jump on my link tree. So it's on my Instagram at AJ Kikamoto. Well, it's on all of my Instagrams. So I've got at AJ Kikamoto. I've got Queen Publishing Agency and Zoe's Great Adventures. Zoe's with a Y. Great Adventures. And just click on the link in the bio and it just says link tree. So it's just linktree / AJ Kikamoto, KIKUMOTO. And just click right there. We've got some free downloadables that you can download. So please, we would love that and encourage you, like, as Crystal always says, like, just love on our kids. Like,
yes, love on them.
They just need the love. At the end of the day, when we had all of those therapists coming into our house with speech and OT and PT and anger management, right? Because they couldn't talk and they were like 5. So yeah, we had lots of anger management issues happening in our house. And that was one of the biggest things she said is, she said, just sit there and just snuggle with your kids. Like sometimes that's all they need. Like you have all of these things going on. Yes, you have laundry. Yes, you have to go cook. And yes, you have to run and do X, Y, and Z and ABC. And sometimes they just need 10 minutes and just snuggle and let them talk. And if they are like my kids and are mute and can't talk, then you just snuggle and hold them and just tell them how much you love them.
That sounds like what I do. Because my son is you. I know my son is nonverbal.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys, I hope you enjoyed the Bedroom Talk Show. I'm your host, Crystal J. I'll be back next Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'll be live on YouTube at the Bedroom Talk Show, at Facebook, the Bedroom Talk Show, and Crystal Jordan on Facebook. And TikTok is now part of our family. And that is at I am Crystal Jordan. I need 1,000 followers. So please go follow the Bedroom Talk Show on TikTok, you guys, because once I get to 1K, I can go live on that page instead of my other page. But with that being stated, you guys, thank you so much for watching the Bedroom Talk Show. I'm your host, Crystal J. Welcome to my room, and this was my co-host today, Miss AJ. Thank you for being here. You guys can go to Queen Publishing Agency if you want to write a book. And she also have books available on Amazon. Zoe's Adventures. Zoe with a Y, ZOEY.
Mm-hmm.
You guys. And she has so many books. So please support my guest by buying at least one book or going to her link tree and downloading the freebie. You can go to her link tree, go to Queen Publishing Agency on Instagram, click the link in bio, and download the freebies. Freebies ain't gonna cost you anything. It's free.
And it's free.
Like
Yay.
I said, you're welcome.
Crystal, I just have to take a quick second and just honor you. I want to honor you and tell you how much I just absolutely love and adore you. Like being a single mom, like there's no greater feat in the world right now than that. And you have to just pat yourself on the shoulder because you are doing great things. You are publishing books and more books and more books. You have your agency. You have this wonderful talk show where we can just be real and just have that real heart-to-heart conversation, inspiring others that yes, we can do hard things. Crystal, just love you. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And y'all don't understand how much I've been wanting to quit the Bedroom Talk Show. That's the funny part. But it's so much work. I do everything from the graphics, from the promoting, the theme song y'all heard. I wrote that. Everything. Sometimes I get very, 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 very overwhelmed.
Yes.
But I appreciate it.
World.
Man, I can't wait to get a team together for the Bedroom Talk Show. My vision for this is bigger than me. That's all I want to say.
I love it. I love it. That's Crystal J for you guys. She's big in life. She's got these big goals. So let's just support her making things happen. Yes.
Thank you. Don't forget to follow her, you guys. And that's the end of our show. Bye, you guys.
Bye. Thanks, everyone. Peace, love, and happiness.
Crystal to the J to the